Hello folks, my name is Taylor Beth Walker and I'm going to be running your caller training today. So before we dive into any content or any introductions, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and show you what exactly we're going to be working on while we have our time together today. All right, first thing that we're going to do is review the scope and structure of our company as a whole. And then we're going to watch an introductory video that's going to help you understand the sales representative job. After that, we will talk about Vector Live, and you'll understand how to utilize that platform. That's a website you're going to be using to get a lot of your work done with us. Then we're also going to learn the script itself, right? When we call people to schedule them for interviews, we do have a script for that, so we'll be showing you all the details there. Then we're going to learn about how to handle it when people ask questions on the phone. And the last thing we're going to do is the 5 basics, and that's just a whole bunch of great skills that you're going to want to be utilizing when you make your calls. So before we dive in, I'll go ahead and introduce myself here. Like I said, of course, my name is Taylor Beth Walker. I am the manager for the recruiting program that you're taking part in here today. So I'll explain a little bit about who I am and also what role I'll be playing with you moving forward after your training. So just like most people that work with our company, I did get started when I was a college student back in 2018. Since then, I've had the opportunity to play almost every role that this business has to offer. But I'll take this as a great opportunity to explain to you the differences between some of the entry-level positions that we have so that you have a great understanding of the work you're going to be doing versus what some other people do on our team. So when I first got started, I got really lucky. I learned about Vector through a Facebook message from an old friend of mine, and I applied, I was accepted, I was very excited. But to be clear, the position that I first started in is not the position that you guys are here to do today, right? We have you guys here as callers or receptionists, if you want to think of it that way. And then we have another entry-level position, the one I started in, which is the one that most people who work with us do end up starting in. And that is the entry-level customer sales and service representative job. So quick note here on that. If you ever hear us say representative job or the rep job for short, we are not referring to you. Although the work you're doing is, of course, representing us as a company, you are not ever going to be considered a representative. So our entry-level customer sales and service representatives are the ones that work with customers, products, they help write up sales orders, and you guys are going to be doing none of those things unless, of course, you do find yourself interested in pursuing that side of our business outside of the role you have now. So we'll talk a lot, of course, today about what exactly the work is that you're going to be doing, but I wanted to make sure we're very clear that you guys are not here to work with us as representatives, but rather as callers in a sort of receptionist perspective. So I got started with the company in 2018. I found myself in that sort of catch-22 at that time that a lot of students find themselves in, where you need experience to get a job, but you need a job to get experience, right? And our company is able to kind of bridge that gap for students. So once I was accepted, I did very average. I was meeting with customers. It was a very enjoyable first summer for me. And then from there, I had some advancement opportunities. So I got to work as an assistant manager. I also got to run my own district office. And if you're not quite sure what that means, I'll be able to show you a little bit more about how our company is structured and what it means to be a district manager here soon. But at this point, I no longer work with customers or products or any kinds of our sales team. I am here to simply manage and help run this program for you and for your managers. So you still will be seeing me after this training. However, I'm not actually going to be anyone here's direct immediate manager, right? Coming off of this training, if you have any questions regarding your schedule or what link to join for your first shift, those are going to be things that the hiring manager is going to be able to answer for you. So whoever sat across from you in your interview and accepted you for the position, you're most likely going to want to reach out to that individual to get those answers. So I'll go ahead and review the scope and structure of our company now. So if you take a look here, the full name of our business is Vector Marketing Corporation, but you're going to refer to your office as Vector Insert City, right? Vector Miami, Vector Columbia, Vector Marietta, wherever you're coming from. So we do have over 250 offices across the United States, which is quite a lot of people. So we do have to break down into some smaller organizations. And that is where our Eastern region comes in. So all of you folks are joining us somewhere from the Eastern region, which is circled here. It's going to be all of the states from Virginia down through Puerto Rico. Within our region, we also have divisions, and you guys are going to be coming from one of these divisions as well to get a little more specific. So we've got Virginia, Carolina, Coastal, Georgia, Florida United, Florida Atlantic, and of course the Puerto Rico Island Division. So I'll click you through a few slides here just to show you what these divisions look like. And I won't introduce you to every face looking back at you, but this is going to help you understand how many people we have on our team, really how many offices in particular. Because for every person that you see that we click through here, you're going to see a whole bunch of offices. So every person runs their own office. Got our massive Florida Atlantic division here. Some of these faces might look familiar to you guys. And then, of course, our Puerto Rico Island division. So again, for every office you just saw, you're going to find a whole team of people behind them. Probably about 1 to 5 assistant managers who are also all students, 5 to 30 actively selling representatives, which of course, again, is not you guys. And then you guys, 2 to 10 recruiting assistants. So you'll notice here, right? I've referred to you guys today as callers, receptionists, and on the screen here it says recruiting assistant. It's really any of those 3 things that you want to call it. In most cases, we're going to refer to you guys as callers, but sometimes we simplify the concept of the work you guys do by just calling you recruiting assistants. So that's you. 2 to 10 recruiting assistants. That's a lot less than 5 to 30. And I want to point that out just to let you know, because we are very, very selective with who we choose to work with in this position. So congratulations on being considered, but certainly for having been accepted to that position. All right, so what you're going to do next is you're going to watch a video that's going to help you understand the sales representative job on our team. Of course, it's important that if you're making calls that you know what job you're actually speaking with people about. So I'll go ahead and wrap this section up here now. You'll watch that video and then we'll regroup to cover the details of Vector Live and how you're going to be utilizing that platform.